With both the House and Senate set to hold classified hearings next week on the deadly September 11th terrorist attack in Benghazi, today we learned of the abrupt resignation of CIA Director David Petraeus, citing an extramarital affair. Also today, the Pentagon released a new timeline of its response to the attack, showing that it took more than 14 hours for first U.S. military unit to arrive in Libya after the attack. All right. Joining me now is syndicated radio talk show host John Batchelor. John, welcome back. David Petraeus is a great American, an admired American. Now he has to resign from the CIA. Why, John? What is the meaning of this? What is the timing of this?
I am told by several sources it was not beauty killed the beast, Larry. It was Benghazi. Mr. Petraeus misled, I'm told, misled an important committee on the Hill, and he did not want to return to that committee as director of the Central Intelligence.
So you're saying that the extramarital affair is not the reason. It's the reason he cited. But you're saying, in fact, that's not the case? Because, as you know, there's a whole history of these things in spy circles and secret services and blackmail and all the rest of it. You're saying that ain't what happened?
I'm surprised at the timing, and the timing tells us a deal. I'm told, Larry, this is my best information, that Mr. Petraeus has been under pressure from the White House to maintain the narrative which continues to deteriorate about Benghazi, especially that line about the hateful video. Mr. Petraeus knew that there was something that could be played against him if he did not go along, I'm told. And therefore, Friday afternoon, he walks out, he cites an affair that everyone in Washington shrugs at. And that tells me, Larry, that Petraeus has gotten out of the line of fire, and his assistant, Mike Morrell, will now have to maintain the White House's narrative or comply with the committee's demands to get the facts.
So you're saying that Petraeus did not want to stay with the White House narrative about the video, et cetera.
That's what I'm told, yes.
All right. And I guess my question is the White House forcing Petraeus out on the eve of his testimony to the Intelligence Committee? Are they forcing him out, or is he just leaving because he doesn't want to fight with them?
You're a good writer, Larry. You've just written two wonderful scenarios. I like the one where they were going to force him to walk the plank, and he said, no, thank you. He is a distinguished member of the military, a West Point graduate, and perhaps the fiction that he maintained in September no longer could stand up. A detail. I'm told that in his first testimony to these important Hill committees, he was not under oath. Not under oath. We can believe that this time there would be scrutiny that would be extremely threatening if Mr. Petraeus did not follow the facts as he knows them.
All right. Petraeus is, in many respects, an American hero, certainly for his work in Iraq and, we'll say, Afghanistan, too. An American hero. Now, John, the FBI is investigating. I don't know precisely what. I only know what I'm reading about this in the New York Times and elsewhere. But the FBI is getting involved. Is that something to do with the timing also? Because that sort of thing will leak out over throughout official Washington?
Benghazi is not about Libya. Benghazi is about the policy of the Obama administration to involve the United States without clarity to the American people, not only in Libya, but throughout the whole of the Arab world, now in turmoil. Benghazi is about the NSC directing an operation that is perhaps shadowy, perhaps has a presidential finding, perhaps doesn't, that takes arms and men and puts them into Syria in the guise of the Free Syrian Army. This is a very large story, Larry, and it's right in front of us for the second term.
Boy, this thing's going to unravel like crazy. It's going to unravel like crazy. John Batchelor, thank you ever so much. We appreciate it. Coming up on Kudlow, the